Hey, so today I'm going to teach you how to maintain your strength and mobility throughout your entire pregnancy. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Tiffany from MyPerfectCurl, and today I'm going to run you through a basic exercise program that you can do throughout all 3 trimesters of your pregnancy. With that being said, of course, before you start this or any other exercise program, please make sure you do get medical clearance from your doctor, no matter how basic the exercise program is. Now, the reason why we can do this throughout all 3 trimesters is because this is low impact. We're not doing anything that directly involves the abs, although we do still want to be supported with our core. And if you're not familiar with how to do that, the easiest way I can explain it to you is take a big breath in, breathe out, and as you breathe out all the way, you should feel your entire core collapse down, and at the end of that breath, you should feel very supported. That's the feeling that you always want to maintain throughout every single movement to help protect your back and to have good posture. So just to show you that one more time, this is my normal poor posture pregnancy stance with my back hyperextended. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tuck my butt under slightly to put my back more in alignment. Shoulders back, chest lifted, breathe in, breathe out. And you should see my core contract down. So make sure you practice that before you start working out. And the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is throughout your entire pregnancy, you have a hormone called relaxin that is released. In the beginning of your pregnancy, it helps with implantation, and then with the end of the pregnancy, it does things all throughout, but by the end, what it does is it helps to stretch out your ligaments so that that baby can fit through your pelvis. So, because of that, I really want to make sure that all of your movements are slow, controlled, deliberate, because if you do some jerky, sudden movement, believe me when I tell you, because I have experience with this, you can really hurt yourself. I literally, in the first trimester, was putting on a sock, and I did something where I tweaked my pelvis, and it was not good. So just make sure that you're very careful with all of your movements. So without further ado, the things that you're gonna need a mat. You'll need your bottle of water, which I hope you always have with you and you're drinking constantly throughout the day. And you'll need some dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can always use 2 cans of soup, 2 books. There's plenty of things that give you enough weight around the house that you can use. I'm using 8 pounds, but 3 or 5 is also good. So let's get started. The first thing we're gonna start with is a dynamic warm-up, a step from side to side. So the intent of a dynamic warm-up is to make sure that our heart rate is elevated slightly. We want to warm up our joints. We want to get those muscles a little bit more extensible so that when we are working out, we're doing it in a safe manner and we're not going to hurt ourselves. Your breath may increase a little bit, and that's okay, but you shouldn't be gasping for breath. The next thing that we're going to do, we're just going to add some arms, and we're going to just reach up. So this, we're pushing up. Nice and light, not overexerting ourselves. Good. After we finish the warm-up, we're going to have 1 circuit that we will do twice with 4 exercises in it each. All right, coming up to the next thing that we're gonna do to warm up, we're gonna do some high knees, and we're gonna pull our arms down. So it's gonna look like this. And if you're earlier in your pregnancy, you could probably do your high knees forward. This is what's comfortable for me, and I encourage you to do that at any time you're exercising. Of course, you wanna put effort into it, but it should still be comfortable. You shouldn't be in pain. Keep it going. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna kick our butt, and we're gonna do just a little tricep press. A lot of people don't realize this, but our triceps are actually bigger muscles than our biceps. So we don't wanna forget about them. Good, keep it going. Nice and light. As you can see, my breath is increasing, and at 6 months, that's expected. All right, the next one, step with reach to side. Just reaching. Now you notice I am rotating, but I'm not rotating at the torso. I'm rotating my entire body. Good. Our last warm-up is gonna be something a little silly, a little fun, grapevine. All right, here we go. Add some arms. Very simple step, just something a little bit different. Good. If you can just do the step touch, that's fine. Some of you may just be right here with no arms. That's okay too. Do whatever you're comfortable with. Just a few more seconds. Good. Great. Now we've done with our warm-up. We're just gonna take a few seconds to catch our breath a little bit. Keep your feet moving though, keep your body loose. The first thing we're gonna start with is a squat. So you can go ahead and pick up your weights. I'm gonna use both dumbbells. You can just use one or you can use none. Sumo squat, so legs nice and wide. Hold the weights here. If that's not comfortable, you can hold them here and squat down. We're gonna do this for 45 seconds. We'll take a 15-second break just to catch our breath and transition to the next exercise. Hands can be here as well. In on the way down, out on the way up. Just go down as far as what's comfortable for you. Good. A nice butt squeeze at the very top. Good, a couple more seconds, last one. Great. The next thing that we're gonna do is a bicep curl with a semi-pronated grip and to an overhead press. Now, usually when you see bicep curls, they're like this, but is that how you're gonna pick up your baby? No, you're gonna pick up your baby like this. So that's what we're gonna do. Feet hip distance apart, bicep curl up, overhead press, and down. And make sure you're still doing those nice, long breaths. Some of us, later in our pregnancy, may have a few hormones raging around in our bodies that may cause some undue stress and have random crying here and there. Not that I would know anything about that, but one way to relax yourself is to take long breaths. Good, last one. Great. The next thing that we're gonna do, set one of your weights down, is a hay baler. And what that looks like, feet are wide, start here, and come up. It's a slight twist, but don't overdo it. Coming down to a little bit of a squat on one side, and then twisting up to the other. Good. Last one, then we switch sides. Why is this useful? Well, when you're getting your baby out of the car, you might be doing some twisting. So we want to get used to this movement. Last one. Good. All right, go ahead and pick up your weight again. The last one that we're gonna do, very simple, is a side bend. So again, feet hip distance apart. And all you're gonna do is bend to one side and bend to the other side. Nice, slow movements, controlled. We're working a little bit on the obliques here. So we're still trying to keep that core engaged, without putting too much pressure on your abdomen or on your abs. So how do you know if you have too much pressure on your abdominal muscles? If, let's say, you get up out of bed and you see your stomach coning where it's really protruding out in the center, that's too much pressure. So better to roll onto your side and push yourself up with your hands. Last one. Awesome. Go ahead and set your weights down for now. This is a minute-long break, so keep moving, but make sure to grab some water. Keep yourself hydrated. We actually need more water than we needed when we weren't pregnant because we have so much more fluid in our body. A lot of the weight that we gain is water retention, and it's also increasing the blood volume. It's all the amniotic fluid. So don't be surprised if you're feeling very thirsty. Just go for it. Drink as much water as you can. Probably 2 liters a day is good if you're eating fruit and vegetables. All right, so we're gonna start again. So go ahead and pick up your weights. And as I said, you can have your weights at your hips or out in front. Good. Long breaths. So I mentioned before that your breathing can relax you. And the reason why this happens is because when you breathe deeply, it stimulates the vagus nerve, which sits right in between your lungs. And that's your rest and digest nerve. So when that gets stimulated, your body's like, ooh, I need to chill. So yes, deep breathing is always good. And it also makes sure that you're not holding your breath while you're doing the movements. Last one. Good. Okay, 15-second break. And then we're gonna go back to the bicep curls with overhead press. So remember, semi-pronated grip, hands facing each other. Ready? Begin. Good. We wanna make sure that we're supported. So don't have your stomach hanging down. Tuck that butt under slightly. Keep everything compact. Good. Keep it going. We're almost there, just another few seconds. And last one. Good. Set your weight down or one of the weights down. And if this is the first time you're doing this, if you want to do it unweighted, that's totally fine as well. Just follow the movements. All right, hey Veilers, ready? And begin. Good. This should actually feel really good. It's a nice stretch. Switch sides. All right, and last one. Good. Take that 15-second break. Pick up your weight. And we're gonna do side bends one last time. Side to side. Good. Focusing on your breath. Just a few more seconds and we get to cool down. Really good. Remember, keeping that core tight. Last one. Good. All right, set your weights down. And what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna stretch. So reach up. Now this does stretch a little bit of your abs, but I want you to focus a little bit more on your lats and your obliques. So we're just gonna tilt to the side just a bit. And to the other side. And then we'll go from here, we'll come back center, stretching our triceps because we did work that a little bit. It's also nice to keep everything pulled back. We're not gonna stretch forward at all. And the other side. Good. And then bring it down. Bring your arms out to the side, flip your thumbs over, and push back. You should feel a bicep stretch. Good, keep it going. Good. Now, the next set of stretches we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our chair so that we don't fall over. So go ahead and grab that chair. And we're gonna do a standing quad stretch. Once again, make sure you're breathing out all the way, pulling the abs in so that it's supported. Okay, switch sides. Okay, now what we're gonna do, hang on to that chair just so that you have a little bit of leverage. Take one foot forward, stretch your hamstring. And other side. Should feel really nice. Good, and then for our last stretch, we're gonna sit down, stretching our glutes. We're gonna take one ankle, put it on the opposite knee, lightly put some pressure on that raised knee, lean forward just a bit, and you should definitely feel a stretch back here. By now, your breathing should have returned to normal if it was elevated. And then switch sides. Good. Well, great job today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this short program. And if so, please make sure to share it. And of course, subscribe to my channel so that you can see more upcoming pregnancy videos. Peace. I was like, that's all I want to say, I guess.